Hello! What's up, Snickles? Bonjour, Martin! Martin, what's up, buddy? How are you guys doing? Dr. Isle, how you doing? What up, what up, what up? Doing well, my friend, doing well. Doing well. Was just gonna do a little sculpty sculpt. No Pixel Logic stream today, but I wanted to kind of stream a little bit anyway, so kind of where we're at right now. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Where did I put my glove? What's my project? Right now, this is just my own personal like Lady Carnage. I might do an MJ face because I wanted to do a Mary Jane mashup with her. But right now, I wanted to kind of get the kind of like my Gwenum. I wanted to get the overall details of the symbiote, including the face finished. So lots to do. But yeah, yes, I am actually. I got 2 children monsters. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and hide that guy right there. This is where we left off the last time, which I was actually doing that on the Pixelogic stream. So we got a lot more of this stuff going on here, which is pretty cool. Pretty good in yourself? Martin, I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. I feel like I got to sneeze all of a sudden. Hold that thought. All right. So that happened. I mispronounced angels? Angles? Did I? Oh, crap. Yeah, probably. Oh, no! Oh, well. It is what it is. All right. So, yeah. We're just going to kind of start cleaning this up a little bit, and I think I'm going to get to some painting. Just kind of a very chill day. Nothing too crazy. Let's actually go up in resolution a little bit. I feel like, what are we at? Half a mil? Is it subdivided? It's not subdivided. Let's go up in subdivision. That should be good. Yeah, let's do that. We'll clean up the stuff we don't want. We'll add the stuff that we do. Then you spell angels wrong. Any games you play on stream? I used to play games on stream, but not recently, no. I mainly just sculpt. Because I've been so focused on kind of just like improving my artwork. When I get a chance to play a game, it's usually just like very brief and momentarily. It's not yeah, I don't usually play for long periods anymore. It's almost like sculpting is my new addiction. Hey, what's up, Matt? And just popped in to say Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, sir. Happy Father's Day, Oscar. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. I thought about playing a couple like older games because I've definitely downloaded and installed some of my older games. Like I have like PlayStation and GameCube games that I love to play that I've put onto my PC because I don't feel like hooking up my PlayStation. It's kind of hard to hook up an old system, you know? Like to have a dedicated platform for it. So playing older games is always kind of fun. Be in the general room tonight. Nice, man, nice. My plan is to not do anything tonight. Just relax. But got a moment to just stream, hang out with you guys, see what's going on in your world. Now I'm just kind of cleaning up a good chunk of these pieces right here. Nice. The emulation is it smooth? It is actually, yeah. It's actually very, very smooth. Like here, I'll show you. There's this new one I have here. It's called Duck Station. It's a PlayStation 1 emulation. I'll kind of show you. So you get this, and then you have like a game list. These are all the games that I own. And then if you click something like Symphony of the Night here, for example, yeah, it's a very smooth setup. And then if you close it out, it'll actually remember everything that you're on, which is really, really cool. So yeah, very, very smooth. Like, let me plug the controller back in. I'll show you. There we go. So this is one of my favorite ones. So yeah, very, very, very smooth. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's really, really smooth. So yeah, and save parts, all that stuff. So this is what I've been playing with, just because like it's on my setup and it's really easy to like just jump on, play a game. So being able to back up my physicals to digital has been nice. So I have a list of games like that. I have some GameCube games as well. This is actually like I set this up during my work, during my for my lunch breaks, when I just want to break away from sculpting and play something real quick. I can like hop into these games fast. Yeah, so it's really, really smooth, really, really cool. So, been doing that lately. Although Mario Golf comes out in a couple days, so I bought that. That's for the Switch. But yeah, I just don't have time to play a lot of like RPGs anymore, just because they take so long, and I just don't have time because I want to like get to a certain part with my. I want to get to a certain level with my skill as an artist. I'd rather spend that extra time dedicating to learning the craft and improving it. So, where I love video games, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time. Something like that. What are your guys' like classic game that you love to play? Like Symphony of the Night was one of my all-time favorites. Nice little throwback. Let's do that a little bit. Smooth some of this down. Yeah. Martin, what projects are you working on, buddy? Did not mean to do that. Speaking of projects and stuff, if you guys use Zbrush a lot, SK, he's a Pixelogic streamer, a Japanese artist. He just released or re-released a lot of his custom brushes and stuff for like 100% free to use for whatever you want. So if you're looking for some new brushes, a little bit more stylized, definitely worth it. For me, it was Halo 3. I grew up with the Halo since CE. Nice, man, nice. Halo was fun. But like, not Halo wasn't my all-time favorite. I was definitely the Call of Duty person for a long time, but then the game kind of got like very repetitive in my opinion and not very unique. So I ended up walking away from that. Played CS:GO for a while, but then I dropped that. But Halo was fun. Just didn't get too crazy into it. There we go. I don't know if I like the way this is. Let's clean that up a bit. Little straggler right here. Get that connected there. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's clean this part up. I don't like this. So let's get rid of that. There we go. I think that's looking a little bit better. The project that I'm slowly but surely becoming like, I want to just finish it. Oh yeah, God, it's not fun anymore. But the Halo game being free to play will be something. Oh, it absolutely will, yeah. I need to get a new Xbox. I can jump on that. Due time. Oh yeah. Right now I'm just chilling and work really slow. Heat is killing me and my concentration. Well, I guess it's a good opportunity to take a break. Yeah, absolutely, man. Take a break. Yeah, the heat here in California has been a little much. We have a little bit of a cool spike, but then it's supposed to increase again very soon. So, not really looking forward to that. There we go. Yeah, nope, you can play it on your PC, dude. The new Halo's coming to PC. Oh, nice. Okay, great. Well then, yeah, I guess I got no excuse, huh? I'll have to check it out. Okay. Just kind of looking at everything. From afar, it really, like, you know, it doesn't need to be anything more. But coming up close, sometimes you get too into it, so I'll back that up a bit. Let's turn the color on for a second. That also helps a lot. Okay, I think it's time to figure out a base for this. Ooh, which reminds me, I'm actually printing something. Okay, let me go ahead and save this out. Let me pull up my reference. I need to figure out a base that I want to do with her that's gonna make sense. So let's see here, So I just don't like throwing random stuff in there, you know? Although, I don't know, there's a part of me that kind of just wants to, like, cut her waist off and just really make this a bust. I mean, at least in LA, there's giant beach. Here's only a street, cars, and buildings. Yeah! Los Angeles beaches aren't the best. I mean, they're fine, but like the best beaches are on the East Coast, in my opinion, because you get nice, clear waters. It's warm. You can basically see the creatures in your feet. The waters in California are just like cold and muddy half the time. It's more like neat to chill on the sand and get your feet wet, in my opinion. I'm not a big beach person either. So that's part of it. What do I want to do with her? Okay. Let's get the clay brush and let's get a few things going here. Kind of blend some of this together. And I think I want to start adding some skin details. That really surprises me. I thought LA got like amazing beaches with really blue clear water. No, sir. Now our beaches are kind of like a murky green. There are some beaches, don't get me wrong, there are some beaches that actually have a little bit more, a little bit of a better experience, but they tend to be extremely cold. So even on a super hot day, you could still freeze a little bit. But now that it's because what happens is like most of the time in it's the way the water current is. The water actually is pushed towards the coast. So the majority of beaches in California, as the water hits the coast, it just kicks up a lot of the dirt and muck and terrain and stuff like that. Where on the Atlantic Ocean, the water is actually being pulled away. So the current is the opposite. Well, it's in the same direction, but it's on the opposite side. So it's actually being pulled away, so you get a more clear experience. And also, too, our beaches are kind of gross. We used to have a nasty pollution problem in the 90s, and it hasn't completely cleared up. So, like sometimes it depends. I think a couple years ago, we had an issue with people going into the water just because of how dirty the water was. Not good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and save this. Getting some tearing on the geometry, so I'm actually going to go ahead and Dynamesh it. Get some really dense, but it's okay. This will work out. Oh, that bad? Yeah, it can get pretty bad, unfortunately. But when it is open, it can be a good experience. Taking my kids there a few times, they enjoy it. And I know too, with the sea vid, with everything going on with the pandemic and stuff, I've definitely have just kind of like made sure I don't usually go out a whole lot until things get cleared up a little bit more. I want things to stabilize a little bit more before I start going to really crazy public places. But we'll see. I think things will improve a little bit more. Like our state just opened up a little bit more officially. So I kind of want to see how that plays out before I start making any plans. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn back face mask on. Taking the safe rather than sorry approach with public announcements. Will has a new video where he goes to In-N-Out. Oh shit! Oh boy. we gotta see what Will does. I hope he likes it. I know In-N-Out can be a little overrated, so I tell people it's more consistent than amazing. But it is definitely a must. For those of you who don't know, Will is Will Tennyson. He's a fitness vlogger. Really inspiring dude that I watch. Really awesome dude. You guys got to check out his stuff if you like that sort of thing. So is the countryside of California nice? As I heard, the north part have nice wilderness. Yeah. So California has everything. Has rural areas, has big cities, has wilderness, has nice national parks. I mean, think about it. We got Yosemite up north. We have Joshua Tree down south. We do have a lot of like nice areas for hiking. There's some places even in LA, like there are waterfalls in LA that are kind of hidden, but if you know where to go, they could be a good experience. So yeah, no, the hiking trails and a lot of the outdoor activities is definitely worth it. That's the thing. Like, I want to go back up to Yosemite when the time is right. Early today. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming at Pixelogic today. I decided to just kind of stream on my own a little bit, just relaxing a bit. But yeah, I have no Pixo stream today. Not today. Okay, let's do. I want to do the clay buildup, and I want to do Sculptress, because I'm getting some shredding down here. And I want to go to Stroke, Sculptress Pro. I want to turn Adaptive Size off. And what I want to do is actually take Adaptive Size and really drop that down. Come on, work with me here, Goose. There we go. So Stroke combined. Let's scale that down a little bit. There we go. How do we drop that down? Still not doing what I wanted to do, so that's not going to work. Too bad. We'll just be careful. Hey, what's up, the Panda Dragon? Greetings, all X. Greetings, greetings! Well, your state is in the U.S. Crown Jewel. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's pretty neat. California has a lot of really cool stuff going on within it. You just got to know where to find it. Most of it's a drive, though. That's the thing. Like, you want to go anywhere. Like, there's a lot to do within the cities of California. If you want to go anywhere, you got to drive a little bit, especially from the LA area. So, like, Yosemite is like a 6 to 8 hour drive for me from here, where I'm at. And, like, if I wanted to go down to San Diego, that's like a 4 hour drive. But you dedicate time to it, it's pretty cool. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's take the snake hook now. Let's turn off the RGB and let's get some of this going on in here. Inflate it a little bit. Anybody have any Father's Day plans? You guys just chilling? Go. Keep that consistent, thick to thin with a little bit of a bubble out. Look going for it. Let's go ahead and hit that. Hey, Cardi! Not really, my dad is all the way in New Jersey, but I gave him a phone call. Nice. Yeah, my dad is actually up north a little ways, so just give him a ring earlier, or later, not earlier. I'll give him a ring later today. See how he's doing. Luckily, him and I stay in contact pretty much throughout the year, so it won't, hopefully, no surprises. Right. Down. Go ahead and actually inflate. So if you ever want to like pull a piece of material out, you can like mask off this area or inflate a little bit out. Then grab the snake hook brush and pull that bit you inflated. That helps guide it a little bit more. There we go. I wish I could stay longer, but on my side, it's kind of late right now. But I wish everybody an amazing day and an amazing Father's Day. See you next time, everyone. Yes, absolutely, Martin. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Thanks for hopping in. Always a pleasure to have you, man. Hey, what's up, Inspire? Dude, happy Father's Day, Inspire. How you doing, man? Christopher! Hello! What? Just got here. Hey, McBalls. No, I'm not leaving. That was Martin. Martin's leaving. I just started, too. We're good, man. We're good. Everybody, we're going to another stream. Bobbles is here. We don't want to let him know that we're running from him. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Can't really complain. Life is pretty good. So I'm overthinking everything with my piece, completely without a doubt. Overanalyzing and trying to figure out what the next thing I want to do while I'm fixing some parts of my model. Outside of that, pretty good, man. Pretty good. One of those where I'm like, man, I've taken forever on this piece. I should just hurry up. Greetings from Brazil. Thanks, dude. Thanks. I'll give you a head start. You can't run far. Yeah, exactly. Slowby, hello. Thanks, man. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually at the point now where I kind of want to figure out a base. Then I want to recolor. And after I recolor it, I want to start getting it ready for print. So we're going to end up doing that. I lost all the color on her body because I went ahead and I had I had Dynameshed it. So check this out. This is pretty cool. If you ever lose color, although I think I may want to recolor it, but if you ever lose color, go through and find a spot in which there was color on it. There's a part where I showcased it. Where are you? I want to just project the history. How far back was that? Okay, not worth it. Never mind. I was going to project history to color, but I'm not going to stress it. How did I start this sculpt, with base mesh or with Z-Sphere? I started this one with base mesh, just a standard base mesh within Zbrush, and then completely modified it. And actually, if you go to Tool, was it Tool? No. Go to Project. Yeah. Started it with this female ZPR. This is now a pretty decent base mesh. And even tells you who the original artist is. But I just loaded this one up and then I manipulated the crap out of it. Looking sick. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna print this one for sure. Let's see here. Yeah. Is it easy to pose? I tried a new technique with posing, actually. Let's see if I have it down here. No, I don't. Let me load up real quick. I tried a new technique with pose. I would say, yeah, relatively it was easy to pose. It was just finding the right feel. But here it is. But what I did was I taken the Ryan Kingsley. It's all super broken. I took the Ryan Kingsley model, which if you go into open up Spotlight and then go to Tool, the Ryan Kingsley skeleton. What I did was I posed the skeleton and the way that I was liking it. And then from there, overlaid my mesh and started posing. And then you could see once I was happy with it and I started sculpting, I tweaked the pose just a little bit more. But that started me out at a really good spot that anatomically would make sense, because she's still, because even though it's Carnage and you can get away a lot with, you know, alien anatomy, it's still based in human anatomy. So that's how I did it, and I actually liked that approach. It was a great approach, because I'm a poser and I need models that can keep up. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, let's get to painting. And then I want to get to detailing. Should I detail first? See, guys, I'm indecisive too. All right, let me save real quick. Oh, Dougie, there you are. We've been trying to contact you about your extended car warranty. Yeah, I've been dodging you guys, because I don't want it. Come on now. Ford is ripping me off for the last time. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Doug? Great to see you, man. Okay. Okay, let's start getting some skin details in here. How do I want to do this? I think I want to just kind of add some like bumpy texture, and then maybe some veins and a little bit of striation. But I don't want to go too crazy with it. There's so many versions of Carnage with like so many different skin textures. But the more popular one has like little cuts and stuff in them. So, but I feel like that's more aggressive. So maybe you don't want to do that. I feel like I need to get the head right a little bit more too. Okay, you know what? Let me do that real quick. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Got the head going. Let's load. No, not load. Didn't mean to do that. Let's solo. Okay. I think what I want to do is actually start adding a little bit more details. So stop hitting load. What's wrong with you? Okay. Let's do lazy mouse. Let's bring that up a little bit. Let me see here. Oh, you know what I want to do actually? Let's do this. Let's go and add a morph target. Store morph target. There we go. What do I want to do? Ooh, you know what actually? Store morph target, but let's do thick skin. Let's see. There we go. There. Hold on. Where's this cap out at? Pretty close. Okay. Let's see here. How did you create the veins on the body? Draw a mask and extract and inflate. Actually, the veins on the body, I did two different techniques. The first technique is I actually just took a sphere and then I just started manipulating, tugging, and pulling while holding a snake hook brush and Alt, which will allow you to pull along any normal surface. And then another approach that I did was actually I duplicated the body and then minimized it. Then I actually drew on top of it, kind of like how I'm drawing on the head right now, which then is peeking through the surface. So I took two approaches to give a little bit of a look and feel. No, hold on. 1 second, guys. Okay, yeah, snake hook, alt trick. I recall learning that last year. Cool, thanks. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's one way to, that's definitely one way to do it. And actually, I see something that's bothering me right now, so I'm going to fix it real quick. Real fast. That down. Okay. Oop. Let's come back. Let's see here. So ideally what I'm going for is something a lot like this. This is definitely the Carnage look and feel. So I'm going to be going for something a little bit more like this, which I think is pretty cool. But we'll keep it to the theme of what I got going on right now, so... Actually lower that intensity just a bit. Parts will flatten out a little bit. So let's increase our thick skin to like 5. Actually, that a bit more. Hold on, did I miss something? I just saw a video about using Zbrush bridge for posing. Seems very easy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. I know Flip Normals and Daz 3D have partnered up. I know Daz has been around for a long time. I didn't get too into it originally because like they had some weird bug issues the first time I downloaded it. It was just like talking like 3-4 years ago. So definitely a while ago. But I think it'd be worth checking out now. Get that pulled up a bit more. Okay. Now, looking at this reference, I think I'm just going to kind of pull something out and let's see what we got. Doesn't have to be super pretty. Has to work. I think actually want to add a little bit of jitter to it. So if we come up to stroke, we go to stroke jitter. Actually increase that a lot. That's going to give us a little bit of inconsistency as we move without having to wiggle our pen. The way just to get a little bit more texture or detail in there. I don't think I really want anything right there. You can even focus on smoothing that a bit. That might be a little bit too much jitter. There we go. Do you normally print your sculpts as one piece or do you split the model into parts? I usually split my model into parts. It makes for a better experience. And also, too, it's just kind of how the industry does it. If you were to work for any type of toy or collectible company, they expect you to know how to at least cut up for production. And if you practice for 3D prints, that's good enough typically because everybody does their production a little bit differently. So you can get a better idea just by looking at certain models and stuff that you do. You know, if you buy like a collectible, kind of look at how they slice it and just try to emulate that as much as you can. That's the best approach. But yeah. It also allows you to have bigger prints. So it's definitely worth practicing. But I don't worry about how the model is going to be sliced until I sculpt it. I would say there's probably a little bit of... There's like a few things you should focus on when you're learning to prep for 3D print, but in the beginning, you can get away with not really knowing a whole lot and just focus on producing something that's printable. Then you can worry about the details later. That makes sense. Also just kind of rambling, so. Let's back that up. I don't like how that looks. Let's put that in there. Hit 1 to repeat that stroke a little. So, yeah. Put that one connected to there. Going to be helpful. There we go. So because these are on the main surface, I'll be hand painting that. Okay. Now stroke jitter is on for everything, so we can turn that off when we don't want it anymore. Kind of come through, maybe cut that up a little bit. Give it a little bit of depth. Go clay buildup. Let's actually turn the alpha to alpha 6, and let's smooth that down a little bit. Texture. AC mouse a little too hot. Okay, let's look at this from afar. Let's actually turn around and hit render real quick. So I'm looking at it from all the way over here to see if anything stands out or looks inconsistent or looks weird. That's not too bad. Okay. Let's try adding some skin detail. Now I have alphas and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually try to load some alphas in for skin detailing. So let me import. I'll come over here for a second. Hello, Kari. Okay. Cool. Alien skin texture. So I got this one here. This is something I had for a while. What I'm gonna do is actually... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go to surface. Let's go to noise. Let's turn on alpha. Let's actually load in our alpha. We can kind of cover the overall surface pretty well. Something like that. Go with kind of larger noise. Turn that color down. We don't need that. Okay, we're gonna go a little harder. Say okay. That's gonna give us some text. That's just gonna be our base texture. That's not gonna be our final texture. And then if we go ahead and hit apply to mesh, it's actually going to dumb down a lot. Now we can go ahead and actually take like our damn standard and start adding some lines. Or, ooh, you know what we should do? Let's actually go to colors or regular spray. And then let's do, where are you? Alpha 6. I'm going to cut in some neck areas. I'm actually going to go to smooth peaks here. Where are you? S, smooth peaks. There we go. So when the time comes, we'll smooth those down. We'll actually... we won't get rid of all the details. And damn standard, and we'll come in and we'll kind of sharpen this up a little bit. I like to manually sculpt details. I think it's just better experience for me. Do the same thing. We'll come here, get some bigger ones here. Going across. We can even just follow the kind of where the muscle fibers would go. The deltoid kind of moves that way. The pectoral muscles move this way. So this is just alpha 60 in spray, and then whatever direction you move in is how it's going to spray that alpha, which is really, really cool. We can come through and actually get some pretty interesting stuff happening. Now you don't want to smooth a whole lot either, so if you do end up doing like smooth peaks, I'm just going to do like a light touch here and there just to calm it down on some areas that are bigger, not necessarily anything else. There we go, yeah. Can't argue with the results, I know, right? This is where I want to be careful. I want to preserve as much as... like, that's too heavy. Back that up. Drop the intensity. I want just a little bit of... I want just a little bit of detail there. Not too crazy. That's too harsh. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Look at it from back here. Yeah, let's move that down just a bit. I usually go over a few different textures too. It looks amazing, dude. Hey, Jimmy's missing. How you doing? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's coming together pretty well. Pretty happy with it. So my plan isn't not going to be streaming for too long. Just wanted to pop in and say hi to you guys and sculpt a little bit. But hopefully you guys are enjoying your Father's Day. Even if you don't have kids, it's Sunday. Relax. Pretty good. What about you? I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Just chilling. Went on a nice morning walk. Looking at gyms again. Pretty exciting. Been a while since I've been in a gym. Been a while. Yeah. Because it's a symbiote alien, you can really kind of just go nuts with some of these textures here. Kind of just get to do your own thing. Ideally, we just want to interpret, like, the breaking of skin surface and have it look a little bit believable, you know. Yeah, I am a kid. Well, yeah, so enjoy your Sunday. There you go. Nice. All right, yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out a base for this. I have not done that yet. Are there any other ways to get faster at sculpting than just speed sculpting? Actually, okay, so this is gonna sound counterintuitive, but I think that speed sculpting will hinder somebody who's trying to get faster at sculpting if you don't have a lot of sculpting experience. So I don't know what your sculpting experience is like. However, you naturally get faster the more you do things. The more repetition and time under, not time under tension, but you know what I mean? Like the time spent practicing how to make a head, how to make a hand, you know, that sort of stuff. Like, you wanna, the more you practice doing that, the better you'll get at doing that thing. So you'll naturally get faster. But once you have a handle of sculpting and you want to like kind of speed things up a little bit, that's when I think you want to focus more, not necessarily on speed sculpting, but pipeline structure, whatever that is for you. So for me, my pipeline is block out everything so that it looks like the thing you want without any detail, then merge it together, do some sort of retopology, whether it be Z-remesher or manual retopo, and then from there start getting into major forms and shapes, then going to major details followed by tertiary details. When you structure how you approach something, aside from troubleshooting, you'll get faster just in that pipeline alone. But if you want to get faster and your pipeline is down solid, that's when speed sculpting, I think, will become your friend. And then you can start putting a timer to things. So I would say practice speed sculpting from time to time, but don't dwell on it, because you end up shortcutting yourself and not getting things completed the way you would want. You kind of overwhelm. But like, yeah, Alex says here, it's not about speed. It's about if you're satisfied with your art. Exactly. Maybe like 50 hours or 70 hours max. Yeah, if you give yourself a time limit to get something done, that can help too, because you'll be sitting there saying like, okay, I have a week to do this. Like, I didn't give myself a timer, so I end up noodling a lot, which is like just pushing things around, and I'm not really progressing in the sculpt. I am now just kind of pushing things around and wasting time. So I would say, yeah, setting a timer would be good. that's where, like, you know, participate in speed sculpting from time to time. Like, I used to, like, before Zbrush Summit last year, where we did, what was it? We did a 3-hour speed sculpt. I practiced to get that 3-hour speed sculpt, but I don't do that much anymore because I had to cheat a lot of things to get the results I wanted. But I wasn't going for, I was going for a visual representation, not a one-to-one. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see here real quick. I'm just trying to save this real fast. Yes, but I'm not satisfied with my speed. I am super slow. That's okay. Enjoy your speed. Enjoy how long it takes you to do something. Like, enjoy the journey of getting better. Don't try to rush yourself to be fast at something. Like, that's not going to be helpful. You know? Yeah. You naturally get faster the more you do things. This is why things in the bedroom with my thing forever. Tucky, that's funny. She's putting faulty clothes together, dressers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know, but I want to make so many things. I haven't made a fully polished character yet, so I'm just want to get something done. Okay, so this is what I would recommend. Give yourself a deadline. So think of your personal work as semi-client work, where a client comes to you and says, hey, I want you to sculpt Batman. Okay, I need him posing on a rooftop for a base, and you have 4 weeks to do it. Go. If you want to get faster at things, then giving yourself reasonable deadlines to adhere to, you will start finding ways to get better at it. But don't rush it. There's plenty of time to get to that level where you're just like, I want to get this done in a day. You know what I mean? Because your eyes aren't 100% tuned to it, especially if you're new to sculpting. You can't just all of a sudden flip a switch and say, oh, I know what to look for. A lot of times we're blinded by our own feelings that, ooh, I'm doing something that's going to be good, so yay. Here we go. I think it's the thing. But then when you compare it to what you were trying to achieve, you'll notice a night and day difference. It takes a while for you to develop the eye and to develop the technical know-how to get to that next level. And that is not something that can be taught. That's something that is earned over time. And everybody earns that differently. But if you sit back and say, okay, I'm giving myself 4 weeks to finish this project. It's for my portfolio. It's going to be X, Y, and Z. I have my reference art. Let's go. That's how you can progressively get faster without stressing yourself out. But if you don't hit that deadline, then okay, finish it as soon as you can. Whenever you're done with it, you're done with it. And then try again later. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get to the point where you're just like, ugh, I can't do this. I give up. Life's over with. You know what I mean? Like, take it one step at a time. That's why I love personal projects, because I don't have deadlines. Yeah, that's why I like personal projects too. Although sometimes a personal project can be overwhelming because you have no deadlines, where like you're staring at something and you're like, oh my god, I've been doing this thing for 3 months now. What's wrong with me? That kind of helps, actually. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not entirely new. I've been doing it for like 70 hours at max, I think. Okay, so so when I say new at sculpting, I say within the first year or two. You know what I mean? That when I consider somebody new to something when they're still within their first year, going on like between 1 to 2 years. You're still relatively new because you're still figuring it out. So, all right, I want a badass Batman with weapons rigged and animated into Unreal Engine in 1 month. Bad boss. Yeah, yeah. So that's all. Now, mind you, there is absolutely 100% nothing wrong with taking your time and getting something done. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking a sculpt and knocking something out in 8 hours and saying, yay, I'm happy with it. Everybody's different and everybody learns differently. And that's something to remember. So if you're the type of person that, you know, picks up things pretty quickly, then allow that time to um allow yourself that time to critique yourself and be a little bit more self-critical of your work, and you can then learn a little bit more. Some people just pick up things a little bit faster than others, and if you're one of those, then take more time self-analyzing where you could have improved and have eyes on it. You know, if you have an artist you like that you communicate with, or if you have a friend who or a parent who's going to be really honest with what you're doing, then just say like, hey, you know, what do you think? Be real with me. Where can I improve? All that's helpful. But also to enjoy the journey. Trust me when I say the journey is just as important as the art itself. There we go. Hello, hello! What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. And is there like a scientifical best time to take a break? For me, I tend to take a break every couple hours. I'll tend to take a break. Oh, that's a bit. That's when, yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, been in ZBrush for a year, and I know there are still a lot to learn. Oh yeah, I've been in ZBrush for 5 years, and there's still plenty to learn. I think the best artists are the artists that never stop learning their craft. Always find ways to improve. Always look at things with a critical eye. Auto groups. For example, like, I really don't like this one piece sticking out the way it is. Like, this piece is actually super distracting. I don't think it makes any sense with the piece. It's more just like out here in left field. So, bloop, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna re-evaluate what's going on. Cool. But I will take this back piece and I will repurpose it in another way. Let's do this right here. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll solo this out and I'll cut that piece off. Delete hidden. There we go, auto groups. Let's see if we can put this somewhere else. There we go. Actually, that's pretty cool. I like that. Put that right there. Been using this since 2005. They are constantly adding stuff. The learning never ends. Absolutely, CG Jeff. Really love this pose. Thank you so much. Yeah. You're going to texture. Everything I'm going to be doing, I'll be doing in ZBrush because I'll just be 3D printing it. When I 3D print my sculpts, I don't usually move into Substance or anything, just because you can't really take the work you put into Substance Painter to 3D printer, at least not in the way that I tend to do it. I don't think there is a way to do that. I tried going down that rabbit hole once, and it did not seem like there was a efficient way to do that. Well, who knows? I'm still learning too. This will be Carnage. Got to end up painting her. I eventually have plans to have the Mary Jane head as swappable from this one, but with work and everything, it's been kind of interesting trying to find the time to do that, since I won't be able to live stream nearly as much as I used to be able to. So I mean, like, I haven't touched this project since, like, for like a week now. Models for 3D printing? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Also, do you know any other artists that can watch, make me feel inspired, encouraged to sculpt? Pretty much, like, in my opinion, everybody on the Pixo team, hands down, is a great artist to watch. For pure inspiration, dude, what I would recommend is, like, go into YouTube, look up Rafael Grassetti, look up things from Steve Lord, Spicer, A Cube, Shane Olson. Like, start going down that list of rabbit hole where those artists. Those are some of the really just fun, inspiring artists I can think off the top of the list. And also, too, they're engaging. So, like, if you join Spicer's Discord, you go to his stuff, you know, so he'll do like critiques on his Pixo streams. Shane Olson does a really good blockout method and is just super amazing dude. You know, A Cube as well, just super talented artist. And she works really fast, so you can kind of see, because you're like curious and speed sculpting a bit, you could see how she performs and you can kind of get the idea of what it is, how she approaches it, and how you can maybe take some of that stuff. What I would recommend doing is just look at some of your favorite artists that you know of, and then just kind of look at what they do, why they do what they do, and then just try to emulate it a little bit. Ashley Adams or A Cubed, really talented artist. I'll send her art station. Huge shout out to her. She's just amazing. She's also on the Pixo stream as well. She's actually been on the Pixo team for a long time. Here's a link to her art station. Nimlot is a funny mentor. Nimlot's great too, yeah. Especially for games. Yeah, you're welcome. And she's a great creature artist. So yeah. All the good stuff. Okay. Go ahead and hit auto groups. Solo mode for a second. And I want to see where everything lies. Take the move brush a little bit. Pick some of these surfaces. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Donna. What I can say is, like, Pixelogic, you know, if things become overwhelming, or you need to change your schedule, or you can't stream for a little bit, like, if it got to the point where I couldn't stream there, all I have to do is just reach out and just be like, hey, we need to kind of cancel or revamp my schedule. If there's any other openings, let me know. Like, they're really great guys to just work with. And so if anything comes up in personal life, you're able to just do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to, like, just things got super busy, or she got picked up on a big job and didn't have any more time to dedicate. Which I've seen a few artists do that. I know, like, Flawlygon used to stream for Pixo 2, and I haven't seen him stream in a long time. So I'm sure things just got different. They said, nope, can't do it. All right. Okay, based on where this is at, Okay, I'm gonna need to figure out the base. I think that's the next step I should take. Not worried about colors so much because I know what Carnage looks like, so it's fine. Yeah, Flygon does have his YouTube channel, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anytime you want to run into, if you run into things where you're not quite sure how you want to proceed, the biggest tip I give or recommend is looking at what other people have done with the same character, especially if you're doing something like this. So, Carnage statues. If I can spell hard. Bust statues. So a lot of times, if we're searching an idea, it helps to just kind of look at what else has been done and then see if anything stands out for you for like an idea. So, for example, this is probably a good one, a pretty decent base, but the slime or the venom part of his suit is coming down over it, which is pretty cool. This is pretty cool too. These are more like, and that's the thing, I'm actually thinking about cutting off a little bit more of her body and doing something more along this line. Not this one, but doing something a little bit more along this line I think is pretty cool. So this is just a great way that you can kind of just see like, all right, how do I want to approach it? If I had a full character, then I would want to do a dynamic pose like this, but I decided to go with a bust this time around. Here's another version, the She Venom. This is pretty cool. But I got blades and stuff in mind, so don't think I want to go this simple. I think I want to go a little bit more abdomen level cutting. So okay, I think that's pretty cool. Let's play with a couple ideas, and then I'm going to be taking off here in a minute. You know, it's really awesome to interact with professional artists on Twitch. Oh, absolutely. Right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put everything into a folder. So let's see if this trick still works. I'm going to put the pizza box on. I'm going to select everything. Control F. Would you like to put multiple trans into a folder? Say yes. We'll call this She Carnage. Boom, just like that. Now what we can do is I'll actually insert a, let's take a cube. I have one right here. I'll take this, I'll move this down all the way down to the very bottom. I'm gonna cut it here. What I'm gonna do is, not quite sure where it's currently at, so I'm gonna go to initialize Q cube. There it is. And what I'm gonna do is see if there's a good spot. Which, actually, that's not too bad of a location right there. I know it kind of cuts off the bottom a bit, but I'm already liking how that's feeling. I really like how that little bit of a hit comes out. What I can do is maybe raise it up just a bit. So something more like that. Okay, great. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set that to cut, and then I'm going to turn on live boolean. Now, what I'm going to do for the live boolean cut is I'm actually going to solo this out for a second. I'm going to go to geometry. I'm going to go to Where are you at? Where are you at? Subdivision's perfect. I'm going to turn smooth off. I can't think. I'm going to subdivide a few times just to bring up the density. So it has something right there. There we go. Turn that back on. Yeah, something like that. I'll bring that down just a little bit. Perfect. Yep. Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and actually close this folder. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Boolean folder with subdivisions. That keeps the subdivisions active for those who have it. Or it'll just keep those subdivisions if I had any, which I don't. See, for example, your seam's bursting out of something somewhere. Yeah, it does, right? Yeah. Because I type in creature on ArtStation or Google, I barely find any. Actually, like, it's very hard to please taste in art. I get it. Get it. In my opinion, it takes a long time to get to where you're, I know what I'm looking for. Go ahead and grab that. Get rid of all these floaty bits. So I get it. Sometimes you know you're looking for something very specific. That's where it is for me. When I'm finding something that's very, quote, specific, I end up having a hard time matching or getting it what it is I actually want. That's when I get to that point, I go for good enough. I go for examples that are there. Because sometimes, as vast as the internet is, believe it or not, it's just not there. Like, there are things, there are things that just don't exist yet. And maybe you're the one who has to do it. Oh no, don't hide the nice blood sculpt. I know, right? But but I have an idea. This is where we go save as, and we save a new version. And we go 14 underscore no but. I might revisit this. The problem with this, so here's the problem with this in particular, that this is almost, it's almost just out of place. And it's not that it's not part of the anatomy, that's not that it looks good. It's just what I'm trying to go for. I go for appeal. And sometimes you have to be willing to be a little bit flexible with deleting the things that you aren't going to use or don't make sense. That is okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and auto group stuff. Auto group stuff? No? Okay, it's already pretty auto grouped. We're going to keep the groups there. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and resave on the no but. And then maybe play with a little bit. Like, ooh, you know what? This is where we go Carnage, and you know, or Vile maybe. Fuel. I don't know if I can spell today. Ah, here we go. Maybe we'll do a play on this capsule. I think it's Vile. I think it is, yeah. Yeah, I was looking for more like this. Save it to my pure ref. That's pretty simple to... Yeah, there we go. Difference between that. Not much of one. We can model that. Pretty cool. So let's start that, and then I'm going to call it for the day. Let's start that. Topology matter for 3D printing? No. Not at all. The only thing I would say is before you go to send something to a 3D printing slicer, most slicers have a very hard time with mass topology or density. So if you can have each subtool or each piece that you'll be printing, if you have each part under 500,000 polys, you should be fine. That's where decimation comes in. But as long as your model is watertight, you're good to go. And Dynamesh is your best friend when it comes to getting things watertight quickly. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's load up this 3D sphere. And I'm going to turn on the gizmo. And then I'm going to go cylinder 3D. It's just as a little bit more of a simplified 3D cylinder. There we go. Now we could play with this one with some Gmodeler. Oop, let's get rid of that line. Bring this up a little bit. There we go. Now we can play with some stuff. We'll keep the center for now. Let's solo this out. All right. There's my Gmodeler. Perfect. Let's actually pick a material you guys can see a little bit better. Where are we? Skin shade 4. There we go. Perfect. All right. So first things first is I'm going to go ahead and go on underbelly. So I think I want it to be the top part of a capsule. So insert. Do that. Oh, hello. What's happening? Ow. All right. There you go. Hover over that face. We're going to go extrude all polys. I'm going to bring this down. Say something about there. Good. Like the top part of a... We might even switch it around and have the bottom part. We're just playing right now. So you're going to build half-broken capsules so it seems she's burst half of it? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, what I'm going to be doing is building just like a capsule top. And I might just use it as the base and have the ooze around it, like she's wrapped around it. Not sure yet. Hey, that's my name right there. How you doing? Has been quite some time. It has been, yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. Right now, I'm more, right now I am definitely more kind of playing around. Okay. So what we're going to do real quick is, so if you want to bevel an edge really, really quickly, what you do is you actually create a top support and a top edge and a bottom edge. Place them as close as you want. Hold Alt and delete that top edge right there, which is perfect. Then I'm going to do a multi-edge insert. Do something like that. Would be pretty good. And then what I think we're going to do is let's see here. I'm going to touch those areas there. You know what? Not work. 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. That works. That's better. Mathies. You've been busy? Yeah, I've been working a lot actually. And that just makes me a little tired. Oh. I'm gonna make that a new poly group. Go. There we go. Want that to be a different poly group, like such. I'm gonna mask those off. And hover over the space. I'm gonna do scale all poly group. Ooh, do I want to do that? So you know what? Thinking about how I want to do this exactly. Go bring that down. That just a little bit. Go ahead and just select hide some of these. Oh. Try that again. Come down. 5. That guy right there. Guy right there. Guy right there. And that one right there. Kind of selecting the edges I want to keep. Then I'm lifting them up a little bit. Now I can come in with scale. Push that down just a little bit. So something more like that. I can imagine at least it's an indoor job. Don't want to be in construction work right now. No, absolutely not. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm happy that it's a good job. Can't complain. Okay. Now what was going to do? Let's see here. Go. We're over this. Gonna Q mesh this because I want to kind of push this in a little bit. That's gonna give me a little bit of. Okay, so actually let's add an edge first right here, just a support edge because I want to bring that down. Kind of push that in a little bit. There we go, something like that. Then let's go ahead, add in a couple support lines. We get some good fall off. Like that. Add one more here. There we go. Now we're going to do it. I'm actually going to mask everything. And I'm going to go ahead and actually take the slice curve. I'm going to turn on double, maybe? Nope. Maybe that won't work, but I'm going to add a poly loop here. Right there. Yeah. Now we'll go ahead and hit mirror and weld. That's not going to work. Okay. We'll just get as close as possible. We'll add that line there, and we'll add that line right about there. Call that close enough. I'm going to take this portion here, this portion here. I'm actually going to push that down a little bit. Something like that. Then I'm going to add in a cylinder with no extra holes. Drop that in there. Something like that. Scale that up a little bit. I know I'm putting top detail, but may not matter at the end, but let's see. Scale that down. See how she fits on there. All right, we'll play around with it a little bit more, but we'll see. I may rebuild this a couple times. Best part is that you get to kind of play around, and if you don't figure it out the first time, no big deal. Yeah, it's too much information. So let's get that right there. Let's turn that off. There. So maybe we'll play with some broken glass too. Oh, and also my internet is even worse. I feel like I'm in the late 2000s right now. No! Well, that's okay, man. Well, I'm actually going to get going, guys. I just kind of wanted to pop in and stream for a little bit and say hi. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Sorry that the internet's kind of funky-dunky, but we'll play a little bit more with this idea later. And I'll post stuff as I get closer to it. But here's where we're at. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's actually come here real quick. Back this up just for a second. Get rid of the stuff we don't necessarily need. There we go. But what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and actually turn this part off. I'm going to go ahead and increase polygroups. Yes. Very cool. But, alrighty, guys. This is where we're at. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let's put that more in center. But we'll play around with that a bit more. Let's go ahead and save it. Boop, boop. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I want you guys to have a good Father's Day. If you are a dad, hug your kids. If you are not a dad, say hi to your dad. Or someone's dad. And yeah, have a good one. Alright, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye, 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 bye. You guys have a good one, too.